Jake took me to like a sex street.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of African dudes as security guards that like harassed you. He took me to a blowjob bar. I went and got a blowjob at one of the blowjob bars. And that was also the same night I got
the red
robbed.
light district.
Yeah, red light district.
Yeah.
That was the same night we got robbed because I was blackout drunk. I'm like, let's just fucking try this place. And we get in the elevator and he's like, please give me your money. I was like, okay.
I think it's Kabukicho. Yeah.
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 You went to a blowjob bar?
Yeah, it was really funny. $80, 30 minutes.
Was it good?
It wasn't the best I've had, but it was alright.
What exactly is the setup?
The setup is like this. It's like leather couches for one person, and you sit back to back with another guy on the leather couch on the other side.
Okay.
So it's like a big
So you
room
can
with
make
the
small talk
couches.
with
Yeah, it's like,
other
oh, you're
customers.
doing
And she just sucks your dick in front of you, like here. And there's maybe a guy. It was pretty empty that night.
That's
so there wasn't
so
a guy behind me.
nasty.
There was a guy over that side.
That's so nasty.
$80, 30 minutes. I finished in 3 minutes.
Oh my
Small talk for 27.
Yeah, she couldn't speak English. I had a cigarette. I left her a tip. I was on my way. I did it more because Jake was like to me, you won't fucking do it. And I was like, I'll go in there and do it. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think you forget my username.
This was the when I first started seeing stuff from you, the one thing I was kind of shocked by was how open you were about prostitution and how you partaked in it.
Well, it's legal here.
No, I know it's legal.
I'm so desensitized to the idea
Right.
because it's so like legitimized here and it's expensive and there's like testing and it's all like set up properly and like I'm not against it. I'm totally not against it. And then so I'm like, well, if I'm not against it, why not try it? And I did. I have dabbled.
What do you? Okay, so there's probably some people watching this who are probably like, "Oh my god, that's so gross." Like, what would you say to those kind of people who think?
Grow up there. Like these people
These are working
get
class
paid good money
ladies.
here.
Yeah.
They do regular testing.
Yeah, I think Japan would definitely benefit because they have so much sex work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so legitimized here, and it's just like you meet this person, and some of the girls that I've paid to sleep with, it's like $600 an hour, and I'm like, oh, you drive a fucking $150,000 car? I can see why, because if you just have, and they're doing regular meetings, and some girls I met were telling me like, oh, I have a regular, I don't even have sex with him. Some 6-year-old guy just pays me to come to his house for 5 hours a week, and like rub his back and talk to him. Because people are just...
Well, because people are lonely. Right?
Yeah,
They just want to
lonely.
see
It's
more.
just like
Yeah.
sugar daddy.
Yeah. And it's just like, and then she's like, on the side, I'll get casual clients, and they're like real picky. If you walk in there and they don't like the look of you, they'll be like, I ain't serving this guy.
Damn.
Like, like I've walked in there before.
Is
Like,
that from experience?
no, it's thankfully never happened to me because I've never walked into a place like drunk or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've definitely like met some friends, had the same conversation we're having here. Like, yeah, I've been with some like sex workers, and like, oh, you've convinced me. I'd love to try it. I'm like, you've had too much drink. Like, no, you have to tell me. I'm like, I'm gonna take you there. They're gonna realize you've had drinks, and then they're not gonna, because they don't serve people like that. They're like, it's not like a disgusting place. It's like you've had too much to drink.
I guess when you can make good money from it, you can also afford to be picky about it.
Yeah,
You
there are
can-
places that I've been to, and it's like, oh, you got a 3-hour wait for a girl. Like, you want to put your name down and wait? Like,
Well, there's, I know there's some
for a
places.
Rolex or something.
I know there's some places where it's like you can't even like go in on the date. Like you have to like book like days or like even weeks in advance.
you do, yeah.
Just to be like, I want to see that girl.
yeah,
And it's
that's
just
just
like,
the girl. She's booked out because literally some people book the girls for days. Like, rich people will just be like, hey, I want this girl at my house for 2 days. I know it sounds crazy because you never think in your head. Because I know maybe if I was really rich, but I know I'd never pay to thousands of dollars to have a girl give me attention for a few days.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are like, I'm rich, I'm single, or I'm divorced.
It's also just like fetishes for everything possible now.
Yeah, a lot of people like being financially cucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's legit
Yeah.
like
Well,
for every possible thing.
I don't know. One of my arguments is the economy is fucked, and I have paid upwards of $600 for a date. So why not just pay?
You're a true hero. The housing crisis is solved.
not all heroes wear capes.
with one goal in mind, sex, and I'm just like, and it's not guaranteed. So why would I pay for this expensive date when I can pay for this?
I mean, I think it's like just an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people where they don't like talking about it because they don't like the idea of somebody paying for it, and they'd rather just be all secret and run terribly and run by gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes way more sense to have it more regulated and done safely and all above board.
It's so well done in this like country.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I
well,
can tell you a million stories about like situations I've had that have been so professional with them. And
Too many stories. Some might
But
say.
like, yeah,
Okay,
but like
okay,
on
okay.
both ends of the spectrum, I can get laid without it. But sometimes I'm a bit fucking lazy, and I do have disposable income, so
Just pay to win.
Pay to win. Yeah. it's exactly it.
Why would I do a free-to-play game when I can pay to win?
Yeah, you tell me about your CSGO skins and shit. I'm telling you about my like CSGO pussies.
Yeah,
my
well, I mean,
God.
I think